Hey everyone, Mr. Pivot here. I hope everyone had a great holiday. I know I did. Today I have a special Christmas, late Christmas video, I suppose, of my top 10 favorite exotic weapons in Destiny 2. This includes the Trial of Osiris weapons, and let me state, this is opinionated, and I do not have every exotic weapon in the game, so this is just my top 10 favorites for now. I will be revising the list in the future. So let's get down to business, guys. For number 10, we have Sweet Business, the exotic auto rifle, kinetic weapon of course. This is a fun weapon of mine, definitely worthy of being at the top 10. It's got a slow startup rate, as you can imagine, because it's pretty much a Gatling gun. But if you feel like running around the world looking like a tanky badass, then this is the gun for you. All you have to do is hold down that trigger and it does the work for you. Piece of cake. For number 9, we have the exotic trace rifle, the Prometheus Lens. This is just an interesting gun for me, and not one that I'd use most of the time, but it's fun to use every once in a while. It's just like the first trace rifle, except as you hold it down, and as long as you're hitting an enemy, it increases the damage that you do, and it also increases AoE damage to monsters around the one that you're firing at. So, it's a pretty interesting rifle, great for PvE. I personally would not use this in the Crucible, though. This is just more of a fun gun to use every once in a while. So, let's move on. For number 8, we have the exotic sniper rifle D.A.R.C.I, D.A.R.C.I. And the special thing about this sniper rifle is the aim down sight. This is the only exotic power weapon on the list, and definitely one that I enjoy using when I feel like hunting down some enemies at a range, you know, just picking them out from distance. This sniper rifle also has great target acquisition, and if you have the target locked on, then you can do bonus damage with precision hits. I am out of ammo though, so I'm going to be going on to the next gun. My favorite submachine gun, the exotic submachine gun Risk Runner, is number 7. And this gun is great because it has arcing Tesla damage with it. It's got some great mid-range damage that you can be using for the Crucible or any kind of PvE activity such as strikes or the public event that I'm doing right now. This is definitely my favorite submachine gun in the game. There is also the Mida Mini tool, which is pretty decent. A lot of people use that on the Crucible, but I prefer the Risk Runner overall. I'm not sure why, but this is definitely a favorite. With that being said, though, I think it's time to move on. Number 6 is the exotic pulse rifle, the Graviton Lance. This is an awesome pulse rifle that has a 3-round burst with the 3rd round being a supercharged strike that increases recoil, which is bad for range and a little bad for accuracy, but the 3rd shot causes enemies to explode, which creates some decent AoE damage. I enjoy using this gun in PvE most of all. It's also pretty decent in the Crucible, so it's worth giving a shot there too. This is not my favorite pulse rifle overall, but there's a reason it's on this list. This is definitely a fun gun to use. Worth a shot if you haven't tried it out yet. But I think it's time to move on to the next gun now. Let's go. For number 5, we have the exotic hand cannon Sunshot. Now, this is the first exotic gun that I ever got on Destiny 2, and still worthy of being high up on the list, because this gun, this hand cannon, and being a fan of hand cannons makes it a little biased, I'm sure, but the aim down sight is spectacular. This gun has great accuracy, and like the Graviton Lance, headshots cause explosive damage, so it's got some great AoE damage on top of it. Awesome hand cannon. But this will not be the last hand cannon you see on this video. Let's move on to the next gun. For number 4, I told you it wouldn't be the last hand cannon, we have Sturm. This one is great, and I have this fancy little ornament on it. Amazing accuracy, a bit of a slower gun, and it's got a bit of recoil too, but definitely one of my favorite hand cannons in the game, no doubt. I have another video about Sturm where I'm testing it out in the Crucible. I will definitely add a link to that at the end if you have not seen it already. This gun has an awesome ADS, and personally, I just enjoy using it. I think it's safe to say this will always be one of my favorite hand cannons, and I don't think its place on the list is going to be budging. For number 3, we have the exotic scout rifle Skyburner's Oath. This gun is freaking sweet. Okay, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite Destiny guns, no doubt. I bet you're wondering why it's only number 3 when I'm saying this, but it's got amazing accuracy, amazing range, amazing fire rate, and you can even hold down the trigger to fire it full auto. You can't really beat a scout rifle with that. A lot of people would argue with me that the Mida multi-tool is better, and I don't have that on Destiny 2, but I had it on Destiny 1, and just from personal experience, this has been my favorite overall scout rifle to use. Definitely worthy of being this high up on the list, and I recommend giving it a try. I have another video with this gun too, and I'll put a link to that at the end of the video as well. With that being said, let's move on. For number 2, we are back on Mercury with the Vigilant Swing. This pulse rifle kicks some ass now. The Graviton Lance kicks some ass too, don't get me wrong now, but Vigilant Swing is superior in every way. This is a 5-round burst pulse rifle that you can get in the Trial of Osiris, and this gun is great PvP and PvE. It also rocks on the Crucible, so definitely worthy of being number 2. I use this gun all the time. If I don't have it on my character, I'll go on my phone and transfer it over right away. It also has my highest light level, so if you see me on the Crucible, I'm definitely rocking Vigilant Swing. The DLC weapons are pretty nice because they add some new exotic weapon variety to the game. Because number 1 is Crimson. An awesome, what appears to be partner gun to the Red Death, or maybe not partner gun, that probably wouldn't be the good thing to say there, but it's got the aesthetic of Red Death, the exotic pulse rifle from the original Destiny game, which was my first exotic weapon ever. And this thing is not only nostalgic, but is a 3-round fire hand cannon, which is just amazing. It has awesome accuracy, awesome stability, and look at that ADS. That's awesome. You get a little skull and crossbones every time you're killing something. It's pretty fitting. This is definitely my favorite gun in the game right now. Bungie are doing a great job making these weapons and adding to the game, and I just can't wait to see what you add in the future. This is the last gun on the list though, so I think it's about time to wrap it up, guys. So, did you like the list? Did you agree with my placement of the guns on the list? You know, let me know what you guys are thinking about it down in the comments. I love the opinions, you know, I love getting back from my community. And seriously, I love making stuff like this. I really enjoy making Destiny 2 videos, so let me know if there are any guns in this list that you want me to go over in the Crucible, or just let me know if there's any kind of Destiny 2 video you want to see. I'll make it. I am planning on doing a lot more with this channel in the future, so sorry for the inactivity, guys. I'll be posting another update here in a few days, too. Hopefully, on my day off. And, yeah, if you guys like the video, like it. If you dislike it, then just don't like it. Whatever. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.